going through the TSA scanners, and they're being subjected to awful pat-downs. They're having some really, really horrific experiences. So those are probably also going to be wrapped into legal challenges, too. But, you know, if you just want to shoot us an email, we'd be happy to kind of put you on the mailing list so you can at least kind of stay updated on what's happening with his case. And, you know, as time comes, you know, certainly contacting your own local representatives in Congress and starting to urge them to take a stand on this, because, frankly, Congress has been one of the culprits. I can send you a commentary John Whitehead just wrote. He's the constitutional attorney on the case, about the fact that, you know, Congress opened the doors for TSA to kind of roll these scanners out, and they're going to be rolling them out in more airports through the end of this year and next year. And, you know, it's at a lot of expense to the American taxpayer, and it's certainly violating our rights.
Yeah. And what's your website?
Our website is Rutherford.org, so that's www.Rutherford,
RUTHERFORD.org. And now, what is your website? Because I'm not really sure who, you know, I just saw the phone number on his automatic email, so I was like, I don't really know who I'm calling. So
yeah, this is the Rutherford Institute. We're a nonprofit civil liberties organization to defend people whose rights are violated. You know, and help them we provide volunteer attorneys, pro bono assistance, meaning we take a case on, we don't charge for our services. We have to raise all private support. You know, people who basically are giving $5 and $10 tax-deductible donations to help us defend other individuals, other Americans when their rights are violated. You know, because they recognize that, you know, unless we can actually defend our freedoms in the courts and take a stand against what the government is doing, you know, there's really no hope of holding the line anymore. So
yeah, well, you know, like today I called TSA, and, you know, the first thing they ask is for your name. And I was like, no, I'm not giving you my name, you know. And so, and I just asked her, I said, well, who gives you the authority to, you know, do what you're doing? I mean, basically, you know, it's like throwing out the Fourth Amendment.
It is. It's exactly throwing out the Fourth Amendment. And to tell you the truth, I mean, who gives them the authority ultimately is the American people, because we've washed our hands of the process.
Yeah.
You know, we have allowed Congress and we've allowed the government itself to act kind of, you know, autonomously. We're not holding them accountable, and it's gone so far that it's going to take, you know, a lot of effort to even get it under control if we can. So, I mean, right now it's got to be a grassroots movement, and that's going to be powered by, you know, the Rutherford Institute kind of defending people like Michael Roberts and the other people who are starting to come to us for help. But it's definitely going to be an uphill battle, and it's going to be a big battle and a long battle and an expensive battle. So, you know, if you're able to help on any front, you know, whether it is, you know, lending your vocal support, you know, I mean, helping in your own community to raise awareness, writing letters to the editor, you know, getting people to kind of support the legal efforts, all of that is appreciated.
Oh, okay. And so there won't be like a specific website for this, but if anybody wants to, they can go to the Rutherford.org.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
Bye.